Good morning, children. Today we are discuss about the another branch of social science, that is political science. See, you are familiar with the concept of political science. Political science. In the beginning classes, we define what is social science and which are the branches of social science. We also know about history, geography. Now we are discuss about the another important branch of social science, that is the political science. We are more familiar with the concept of politics or the political activities. Today, political science that emerged as one of the important subject, one of the independent subject. It is an important branch. Today, the knowledge of political science is very essential for us because we are live in a society. In order to live in a society, we are involved in number of activities. We know that a man is the busiest creature in this world. He has been involved in number of activities. Social activity, economic activity, political activity, religious activities. So in this way, man has been involved in various activities. Among them, our branch political science, it studies about the political activities. It deals with the political activities of a man. Political science deal with the political activities. Deal with the political activities of a man. It deals with the political activities of a man. Political science mainly deals with the political activities of a man. Generally, the political science, it deals with the state and government. We are majorly discuss about the state and the government. It deals with the state and government. Today, the concept of state and government are the integral part of our human society. It also studies the origin and nature of state. It studies about the origin and nature of the political science studies about the origin and nature of a state, and it also studies about the various forms of political institution, Political science, it studies about or it deals with origin and nature of a state. It also studies about the different forms of political institutions. Different forms or the types of political institution. For example, Gram Panchayat, Taluk Panchayat, Jilla Panchayat, municipalities, corporations, so and so, state government, central governments, all these. In this way, we are defining political science. That means, political science is one of the important branch of social science. It with the political activities of a man. It deals with the political activities of a man. It also deals with the state and the government. It deals with the state and the government. It also studies about the origin and nature of a state and the different forms of political institution. In this way, we are defining political science. We know that now we want to know how the concept of political science that emerge or develop. Particularly, the study of political science was begun by the Greeks through Egyptians, Babylonians, Chinese, Indians. The study of political science was done by the Greeks through Egyptians, Babylonians, Persians, Chinese and Indians. That means even from the early days of civilization, Egyptian, Babylonian, Persian, Chinese, Indians, they have the concept of politics. They have the knowledge of political science. But these Egyptian, Babylonian, Persian, Chinese and Indians, they were failed to develop this concept. Even before the Greeks, these people, they have familiar with this concept, but they have failed to develop this concept. Later, the Greeks, they developed this concept. So here, for the development of political science, the contribution of Greeks is very important. Particularly Plato in his work, The Republic, Plato's work Republic, it deals with the political activities. Plato in his book The Republic, he has to discuss the nature and the functions of a state and government. Plato in his work The Republic, he has to discuss about the nature and the functions of the state and the government. Later, Aristotle he has to develop this concept. So Aristotle is called as father of political science. He is considered as the father of political science for his valuable contribution for the development of growth and development of the political institutions. So his work, the Politics, it is a work of Aristotle. So, Aristotle was considered as the father of political science. He wrote on politics. So through this work he gave more contribution for the development of political science. So there is some introduction on what is political science. So political science is one of the important branch of social science. It deals with the political activities of a man. It deals with the state and the government. It studies the origin. It studies the origin and nature of the state and the forms of political institutions. Whereas the Greeks that are studied, the Greeks that know the concept of political science through Egyptian, Persians, Babylonians, Chinese and Indians. So the Greeks that developed this concept, particularly Plato in his work The Republic, he has to discuss the nature and the functions of the state and the government. Plato, Republic, he has to discuss about the nature and the functions of the state and the government. Later Aristotle is called as father of political science. He gave more contribution for the development of the government and the state. The concept of political science was developed by Aristotle. Hagagi we call as the father of political science. He wrote the Politics. We know that today this knowledge, the knowledge of political science is very essential. In early days, when a man that started a settled life, his wants are limited. When he becomes civilized, his wants are increases. So he was not able to fulfill all his wants within a society. At that time, he has to make the clash with other societies. In order to solve these disputes, the concept of politics has been that emerged in our human society. Now, coming to our syllabus. The first unit, the problems of India. First chapter, the problems of India. Problems of India. The problems of India and their solutions. And their solutions. The problems of India and their solution. It is the first unit. Whereas in this chapter we are discuss about some major problems of India, particularly unemployment, discrimination, corruption, communalism, terrorism, corporate strategy. These are the problems we are discussed under this chapter. Politically, India, we got independence on August 15, 1947. Even after the independence, our country, we are facing a number of problems. India has faced a numerous internal and external problems. Even after the independence, our country, we are facing a number of problems, internal and external problems. And these problems internal problems, the problem that arise within a country, external problem, the problem that arose by another country or neighboring countries. So in order to manage these problems have to be managed through efficient administration. In order to solve any problems of a country, we have required an efficient administration, and even the support of citizens is very important in order to solve the problems of a country. Today, even after the independence, our country, we are facing a number of problems. Internal and external problems. In order to manage these problems, we are required an efficient administration. Efficient administration means we are required a good, efficient government system. And even the support of the people, citizen, is very essential in order to manage or solve these problems. In India, even after the independence, we are adopted the democracy form of the government. So in a democracy, we have a state, a central government, and even local level government. We have a different levels of administrative units. Local bodies, state government, central governments. All these organs that are working efficiently, we are able to solve these problems. First, we try to define what is problem. Problem means a problem. How we have to define? ಈಗ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಬೇರೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು ಫೇವರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಂತ ಒಂದೇ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಕೆಲವು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಈಗ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೈಲಿ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದಿ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್, it is highly affected by the majority of the people in a society. We are defined as a problem. ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬಹುತೇಕ ಜನರಿಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. There are different types of problem: social problem, economic problem, religious problem, personal problems. So here the problems are differ from person to person, they are differ from region to region. But some problems, they are widely affected to the majority of the people. For example, unemployment. It is a major problem. Corruption, discrimination, terrorism, communalism. So these that affects the majority of the people in a society. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Where there is a problem, there is a solution. Now we try to understand, as a citizen of a country, it is our ardent duty to know the problems of a country, and we also try to find solution to these problems. It is our ardent duty to know the problems of our country. It is a duty to know the problems, and it is also we need to find solution to these problems. Most of the problems are man-made and natural emergencies. Man-made problems, man-made and natural emergencies. Natural emergencies. Most of the problems are man-made problems and national emergencies. National emergencies. Most of them are man-made and national emergencies. Yes, there was a great need to find a reasonable and humanitarian solution. There was a great need to find the solution. We know the reasons of these problems and we also try to find solution. Majority of the problems are man-made and some problems that emerge due to natural emergencies. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಕೆಲಾಮಿಟೀಸ್ ಇಂದ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಮ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸೀಸ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಕೆಲವು ನೇಷನ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ. ಈಗ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸೀಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವಾರ್, ದಿ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ರೈಸಿಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್. ಈಗ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸೀಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ಲಡ್, ಡ್ರಾಟ್, ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಮ್ epidemic diseases, and man-made, we know that man has to create hundreds of problems in our society. So most of them, what are the problems today we are facing? Most of them are man-made, some of them emerge due to natural emergency and some are national emergencies. Hence, there is a need to find a reasonable solutions and humanitarian solution to these problems. In order to find solution to these problems, how we find solutions? How we have to find solution to these problems? By providing good administration. By providing good administration. Social reformation. Social reformation. We want to make some changes in our society. Social reformation. Fast and efficient judiciary. Fast and efficient judiciary. Fast and efficient judiciary. So through these we try to find solution to this problem. Firstly, to provide good administration, social reformation, fast and efficient judiciary. Instead of all these, very important, the support of public. The support of public. Or the citizens' cooperation with the government is very important. Of course, the government has taken various measures, but the main factor, the support of public, the awareness among the people is very important in order to solve any problems. How we solve the problems? By providing good administration, social reformation, fast and efficient judiciary and the support of public. Now we are discuss about some major problems. Particularly we are discuss about social problems of our country. Our country, we are facing the hundreds of problems. Even after the independence, we are facing the hundreds of problems. But in this chapter, we are discuss about some major social problems. Major social problems. Among them, unemployment. Unemployment. How we define unemployment? Unemployment, it is a condition or it is a situation where a person does not find work in accordance to his capacity or qualification. Here it is a situation where the person is willing to do some work, but he did not secure work. ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಅನ್ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ನಿರುದ್ಯೋಗ. ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಲಸ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ವೇರ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್. Where a person does not find work accordance to his capacity. Where a person does not find work, in accordance to his capacity or qualification. This situation we also define as unemployment. It is a situation where the person does not find work in accordance to his capacity or qualification. ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ತನ್ನ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿಗೆ ತಕ್ಕ ಹಾಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಗದೇ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ he has to get some higher qualifications. ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಆದರೆ ಆ ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೋರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಒಬ್ಬ ಕ್ಲರಿಕಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಎನಿ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ಈಗ FDA, SDA ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ, ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ PUC ಆರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ, ಎನಿ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ಈ ಬೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಲರಿಕಲ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ he has to possess some high qualification. ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ, 2-3 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆ ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಈ ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ಲರ್ಕ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಸಹ ಅನ್ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅನ್ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ವೇರ್ ದಿ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಎ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಗದಲೇ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅನ್ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Whereas in India, unemployment, it is one of the serious problem. It is the big problem. Particularly, huge population and unemployment. Huge population and unemployment is one of the biggest problem of our country. Generally, the main reason for unemployment. So now we want to know the reasons. What were the causes ಫಾರ್ ಅನ್ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕಾಸಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಅನ್ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ. 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ವರ್ ದಿ ಕಾಸಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅನ್ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಈಗ ಇಷ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ವಾರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕಾಸಸ್ಸು, ಕೋರ್ಸು, ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕಾಸಸ್ಸು, ಮೆಷರ್ಸ್, ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಕೆಲವು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಜನರಲಿ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ, ಒಂದು ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್, huge population and improved technology. Huge population and improved technology are the 2 greatest reason for unemployment. Major reason andre huge population and improved technology. By increasing the population, it is very difficult to provide the employment to all the people, and nowadays by increasing the technology, human labor has been replaced by the machineries. So improved technology and huge population are the greatest main reasons. But instead of that, shortage of natural resource, shortage of natural resource, shortage of natural resource, over dependency on agriculture, over dependency on agriculture. Today in India, the majority of the peoples that are highly dependent on agriculture was their main occupation. Whereas our country, the natural resources are shortage. When we comparing to the population, the natural resources are shortage. Land, water, minerals and other resources are shortage. Then ruin of cottage industry. Ruined cottage industry. Cottage industries are ruined. Domestic industries are declined. So in early days, in India was very popular for domestic industry. It provided a large scale employment, but nowadays by development of improved technology, these domestic industries are ruined. Lack of skill based education. Lack of skill based education. Then lack of skill based education. These are the major major causes for unemployment. 2 marks question. Define unemployment. What were the causes for unemployment? ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. Causes ಅಂದಾಗ overgrowth of population and improved technology. The huge population and improved technology are the main reason. Instead of that, the shortage of natural resources, the over dependency on agriculture, the ruined cottage industry, lack of skill based education, these are the main reason for unemployment. Whereas according to 2011 census report in India, 21.9% of the people that are suffering from poverty. So nammali poverty rate ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? Poverty rate ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 2011 census ಪ್ರಕಾರ 21.9. So unemployment and poverty, they are highly interrelated. They are just like the 2 faces of same coin. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾವರ್ಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಪೂರ್ ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದಿ 2011 census report, nearly 21.9% of the peoples that are suffering from poverty. So it also indicates the problem of unemployment in India. So in order to realize this, our governments have taken many measures. Now we are discussing about the measures. What are the measures taken to overcome the problem of unemployment? Both the central and state government that have taken various measures to solve the problem of unemployment. Among them, improved the skill level of the people. First one, improved the skill level. Improve the skill level of people. Firstly, the government that tried to increase the skill level of the peoples. Particularly, yaru job searcher idare. They try to improve the skill level of job seeker anta helabodu. Skill level of job seekers. Secondly, providing loans and subsidies. Secondly, provide loans and subsidy for having self-employment. Providing loans and subsidies for having self-employment. Loans and subsidies. The government has to provide loans and subsidies for having the self-employment opportunities. But in reality, the handicrafts, the products created by self-employment today, they were not able to compete with the modern industries due to globalization, due to increase the technology, using of more machineries. The domestic industries or handicraft products are not able to compete with the goods that produced by modern industries. And even to inculcate the world class skill, to inculcate the world class skill in our people. So the government tried to inculcate, means to develop the world class skill to our people. They were able to compete with globalized production. Apart from that, every citizen of a country should be encouraged to indulge in one or another active employment. And even every citizen should involve one or another type of employments. We have been involved the various type of employment opportunities. So every citizen of a country should involve in one or another type of employments. So these are some of the measures that are taken to solve the problem of unemployment. Firstly, to improve the skill level of the people, particularly the job seekers. Secondly, to provide loans and subsidy for having the self-employment opportunities. Thirdly, to inculcate the world-class skill among the people of a country. Then the government should encourage every citizen should involve one or another type of employment. So these are the measures taken by the government to solve the problem of unemployment. It is about the problem of unemployment.